Hello, I'm Bob Oates, the president of the Raeburn Homeowners Association.
And I'm Bruce Bowers, vice president. Welcome to our neighborhood. Raeburn, a subdivision of 350 single-family homes. Most of those are growing families with young children. The people who live here belong to our Homeowners Association and pay annual dues. This pays for the upkeep of the pool, tennis courts, playgrounds, walkways, and other common areas. It's a close-knit community that offers a good quality of life. At Raeburn, we're proud of our community. As Raeburn residents, we're concerned about the proposed zoning changes and the proposed development immediately adjacent to our neighborhood. We're concerned about the overcrowding of the schools that serve Raeburn. This concern clearly was shared by the pre-hearing staff analysis. The proposal will compound existing problems related to school overcrowding and racial integration, according to the report. We're concerned about the traffic. Under existing zoning, the property owner can build 189 new single-family homes. That alone would generate 2,170 trips a day through our neighborhood. However, with the proposed development of 368 multi-family units for a total of 442 homes and apartments, nearly 4,000 trips a day would be generated. That would mean 1,810 more trips a day than present zoning would allow. The engineering report observes that this traffic may annoy the current residents of that subdivision. Indeed. But what about previously adopted public policy for the area? The South Mecklenburg interim plan calls for 3 to 4 dwelling units per acre. That works out to a total of 225 units. However, the plan submitted by the landowner proposes 442 units. That's nearly 6 dwelling units per acre, an increase of 51% over the plan approved in 1987. As you know, the South Mecklenburg interim plan is public policy. As voters, we trust that this policy will be carried out by our elected representatives. In addition, the proposed South District plan, now going through the hearing process, shows the property zoned for single family, with fewer than 4 dwelling units an acre. Multifamily zoning already exists to our south as a part of the Landon subdivision. Existing multifamily is sufficient to provide the needed transition between business zoning further to the south and the single-family zoning existing to the north. Another concern we have is about the intent of the petitioners. Joe Joseph, one of the owners, was quoted by the Charlotte Observer as saying he and his brother have no immediate plans to develop the land. It could be 10 to 15 years from now, or we might sell it. We're concerned about blatant land speculation at our expense. When the owners bought the property in 1963, they paid a total of $18,000, only $236 an acre. It was completely landlocked. When Raeburn was subdivided, the developer had to provide a stub street into the Joseph property. This stub street, Gander Lane, created the only access to the 76 acres, truly a windfall for these land speculators. No longer landlocked, the property is now valued at $8,000 an acre, from a total of $18,000 in 1963 to $608,000 today, an increase of 3,377%. Now, believe it or not, they hope for an even greater windfall, rezoning for multifamily, which would push the value to $24,000 to $25,000 an acre, an increase from $18,000 to $1.3 million. The possibility boggles the mind. Of course, their interest would be further served by the proposed construction of Ray Road extension. If built, Ray Road would slice across Raeburn, cutting this walkway in two, requiring half our children to cross a major highway to get to the pool, tennis courts, and playground. At Raeburn, we believe that the rezoning petition should be denied. The landowners, by their own words and actions, are engaged in blatant speculation. This should not be allowed at the expense of existing public policy, at the expense of our school system, and at the expense of our neighborhood streets and the children who live and play along them. A proper time for consideration of any zoning change would be only if, but not until, Ray Road extension is built. 350 existing households urge you to reject the petition. Cast your vote against speculators and in favor of families in Raeburn, a single-family neighborhood.